Off we go. We are going to go into Boston and do the Freedom Trail. 2.5 miles of total American history. Oh my Lord, I'm geeking out here. These kids not so much, but we're going to have a history lesson today. So we're going to go and just have a great day, even though the sun's not shining, it's not raining, and we're going to learn something today. Alright guys, so I think we figured this out. I now know where strawberry milk comes from. Check this out. Would you like the milk, the strawberry cow?
No.
Alright folks, we are in the middle of the oldest park in America. Where are we?
Boston.
Boston. And what are we doing in Boston?
We're walking the Freedom Trail.
We are going to walk the Freedom Trail. How are we going to find this Freedom Trail?
We're following the red brick road.
We're going to follow this red brick road. They have red brick inlaid. We're 2.5 miles down the Freedom Trail. So we're going to start in the Boston Common, again being the oldest park in America. We're going to take this journey. We're going to see the Paul Revere. We're going to see all the oldest things in the country. We're going to find some chowder here very soon because we're all hungry. So come along. Join us on this journey on the Freedom Trail through Boston.
Hello, my name is Sarah and I'll be your tour guide today, and welcome to the Massachusetts State House. So first right here we have a model of what the State House looked like back when it was built in 1798. It was rather small back then and it only spanned 65 feet, which measures from around those doors to the staircase over there. It was first designed by Charles Bulfinch back then, who also helped do the Capitol building in DC, so you may see some similarities. As I was speaking about the lumber industry in Maine, these columns were actually brought from Maine pine trees that we carved in the front lawn here. This is the first statue we ever brought in the State House back in 1827. It's also the only one not to have a name because it is a rather recognizable figure. It's George Washington, our first U.S. president. Now he's wearing a toga on this, but he did not wear that in his day-to-day life.
Alright, so now we are in the King's Chapel Burying Ground, another one of the oldest burying grounds in Boston and in the United States completely. And we haven't found it yet. It's in the Winslow tomb, but a lot of these you can't see. But Mary Winslow is buried here, and she was the first female to step off of the Mayflower at Plymouth Rock. So behind us here is the First City Hall of Boston, and like so many things, it's gone the way of big business. It's now a Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. And behind us over here is the old Boston Corner Bookstore, another one of the oldest buildings in Boston. Big business. It's now a Chipotle. Alright, right here where we are coming up to now is the site of the Boston Massacre. And if you look right up here on this balcony, this is where the Declaration of Independence was read for the first time to the colonists, declaring America a new country. Alright, right here we have Paul Revere's house. We just came out of this house where he lived in the 1700s. The thing to note is the house was actually built in roughly 1680. Paul Revere bought this as a fixer-upper 90 years after it was built. Then they did an addition into the upstairs. There is a small fee to go in. It was $8 for myself and the two kids. $10 minimum if you're using a card, though, so keep that in mind. But it is the one thing you definitely want to do. Alright, we have made it down the Freedom Trail to the USS Constitution. Now the USS Constitution, as we go on it, is the oldest commissioned naval ship or commissioned warship in the world. That's right, I said in the world, not just the United States. And it's still commissioned. And the reason it is still commissioned is it does go out a time or two a year. Usually on the 4th of July it will go out so that into the Boston Harbor, so it does sail and it keeps its commissioned status. Go check this thing out. Alright, so we are on board the USS Constitution. Old Ironsides, and obvious they weren't as tall as we are now. And everybody else that is has to duck because...
Ow.
Ow. Yeah, ow. But behind us is where they slept. All in those hammocks just hanging around. How'd you like that?
We also had the Ford magazine. This one was for the small cannons above us.
Okay. All right.
So as you can see here, when you walk around the ship, you're gonna see we have two kinds of cannons. We have the long-range cannons. We also have the carronades above us, and these are short-range. So the long-range cannons can shoot up to 1,200 yards. The ones above us, the carronades, these are like short-range. They can only shoot up to 400 yards.
Okay.
So this is 32-pound cannonball. This was used for the short-range carronades above us. The 24-pound was used for the long-range cannon, next to us. Of course, right now in modern Navy, we have more advanced stuff. We have laser guidance, and like lots of things.
Alright folks, we have made it to the end of the Freedom Trail at Bunker Hill. Unfortunately, they're doing a restoration on the monument, so we can't go up in it. It is 300 steps to the top, so keep that in mind. There is no elevator. It is a Park Service site, So maybe another day we'll have to come and go in it. So now I think it's about dinner time.